Hello, Lily. Come in. Have a seat. You look upset today. What's wrong?
Sir, I'm so frustrated. I can understand English perfectly when I listen. I watch movies, I follow conversations, I understand everything people say. But when I try to speak, nothing comes out. It's like my mouth is frozen.
Ah, the classic problem. You're an excellent listener, but speaking feels impossible.
Exactly. My friends don't understand. They say, "But Lily, you understand English so well. Just speak." But it's not that simple. When someone asks me a question, I know what I want to say in my head, but the words won't come out of my mouth.
Tell me, what happens in that moment? When you try to speak, what's going on in your mind?
I panic, sir. I think, oh no, how do I say this? What's the correct grammar? Am I using the right tense? What if I make a mistake? And while I'm thinking all of this, the conversation moves on without me.
So you understand perfectly, but you can't express yourself?
Yes, it's like there's a wall between my brain and my mouth. The English is stuck inside my head and I can't get it out. Sometimes I just give up and stay silent. It's so embarrassing.
Lily, you're describing one of the most common problems English learners face. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens and how to fix it completely.
Really? You can help me speak? I've been stuck like this for so long.
Not only can I help you speak, I'm going to show you how to speak confidently, fluently, and naturally. Are you ready to learn?
Yes, sir. Please. I'm desperate. I'll do anything.
Good, because what I'm about to teach you will transform your speaking ability completely. But first, you need to understand why you can't speak right now. Lily, let me ask you something. How did you learn to understand English?
I listened a lot, sir. I watched movies with subtitles. I listened to podcasts. I read books. I consumed a lot of English content.
Exactly. You built your listening skills through input. You absorbed English passively. Your brain learned to recognize words, understand grammar patterns, and follow conversations.
Yes, and I'm good at that part.
You are. But here's the problem. Listening and speaking use different parts of your brain. Listening is a passive skill. Speaking is an active skill. You've trained one, but not the other.
So understanding and speaking are completely different skills?
Yes. Think of it like this. You can understand how to play basketball by watching games on TV. You know the rules, you understand the strategies, but if someone throws you a ball and says play, you won't be good at it because you never practiced playing.
Oh, so I've been watching the game, but I've never actually played?
Exactly. You've consumed English, but you haven't produced English. Your brain knows English passively, but it doesn't know how to activate it and use it.
That makes so much sense. But sir, why does speaking feel so scary, even when I know the words?
Because of three major barriers. Let me explain them to you. Barrier number 1, the fear of making mistakes.
Yes, that's exactly what stops me. I'm so afraid of saying something wrong.
Most learners have this fear. They think, If I make a mistake, people will judge me. They'll think I'm stupid. They'll laugh at me. So they choose silence instead of risking embarrassment.
That's exactly how I feel. I'd rather say nothing than say something wrong.
But here's the truth, Lily. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. They use wrong grammar, they forget words, they stumble over sentences, and nobody cares. Mistakes are normal in communication.
Really? Even native speakers make mistakes?
All the time. Communication is not about perfection. It's about getting your message across. But learners think they need to be perfect, so they freeze.
What's barrier number 2?
Barrier number 2. Thinking in your native language first, then translate to English.
Oh my God, I do that. I think in my language and then try to translate word by word to English.
And by the time you finish translating, the conversation has moved on, right?
Yes, always. How did you know?
Because that's what all learners do at first. But translation is slow. It creates a delay between your thought and your words. Native speakers don't translate. They think directly in English. That's why they're fast.
So, I need to stop translating?
Yes, but we'll get to that. First, let me tell you barrier number 3, lack of practice. You can't learn to swim by reading about swimming. You have to get in the water. Speaking is the same.
But sir, I'm scared to practice. What if I make mistakes?
That's the fear barrier again. But Lily, mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are data. They show you what you need to improve. Every mistake makes you better.
I never thought about it that way.
Now that you understand the 3 barriers, fear, translation, and lack of practice, let me show you how to overcome each one. Let's start with the fear barrier. How do we eliminate the fear of speaking?
I don't know, sir. Fear feels so automatic.
The solution is mindset shift. You need to change how you think about mistakes. Right now, you think mistakes are bad. Mistakes mean I'm failing. But you need to think mistakes are good. Mistakes mean I'm learning.
But that's so hard, sir. I've been afraid of mistakes my whole life.
I know. So let me give you a powerful reframe. Every time you make a mistake in English, instead of feeling embarrassed, say to yourself, "Great, now I know."
Celebrate mistakes? That sounds crazy.
Think about it. If you make a mistake and someone corrects you, what happened? You just learned something. That mistake will never happen again because now you know better. That's progress.
I never thought about it that way.
Here's what I want you to do. Every time you make a mistake, instead of feeling embarrassed, say to yourself, "Great, now I know." Make mistakes your teacher, not your enemy.
That's such a different way of thinking.
And here's another truth. Native English speakers don't judge your mistakes. They respect that you're learning their language. They understand that English is hard. Most of them can't speak a second language at all, so they admire you for trying.
Really? They don't think I'm stupid when I make mistakes?
No! They think you're brave for speaking a language that's not your native tongue. So stop worrying about their judgment. Most of it exists only in your head.
Okay, sir. I'll try to change my mindset about mistakes. What about the translation problem?
The translation barrier is killing your speaking speed. Let me teach you how to eliminate it.
Please, I'm so tired of translating everything.
The solution is simple, but requires practice. You need to think directly in English. When you want to say something, the English words should come first, not your native language words.
But how do I make that happen? I've been translating my whole life.
Step 1. Start speaking in simple English. Don't try to translate complex thoughts. If you can't say something in English, simplify it.
Give me an example.
Let's say you want to say, I'm feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work I have to do, but you don't know how to say that quickly in English. Instead, say something simpler. I have too much work. I feel stressed.
Oh, so I use the words I already know, even if the sentence is simpler?
Exactly. Native speakers won't care that your sentence is simple. They'll just be happy they understood you. Simple English is still good English.
That takes so much pressure off. What's step 2?
Step 2, practice thinking in English throughout your day. When you see something, name it in English. When you do something, describe it in English. When you feel something, express it in English.
So I should narrate my life in English in my mind?
Yes, I'm drinking coffee. The coffee is hot. I like it. Now I'm walking to work. The weather is nice today. Keep a constant English monologue in your head.
Won't that be exhausting?
At first, yes, but after 2 or 3 weeks, it becomes automatic. Your brain starts defaulting to English instead of your native language.
And that will help me speak faster?
Absolutely, because when you're already thinking in English, speaking just becomes saying out loud what's already in your head. No translation needed. Now, let's tackle the third barrier, lack of practice. But here's the good news. You don't need other people to practice speaking.
What? I can practice speaking alone?
Yes. In fact, practicing alone first is better because you can make all the mistakes you want without any embarrassment.
But who do I speak to if I'm alone?
Yourself. Let me teach you 3 powerful solo speaking exercises.
Okay, I'm ready.
Exercise 1. Self-talk. This means talking to yourself out loud in English about anything. Describe what you're doing. I'm making breakfast. I'm cutting bread. Now I'm spreading butter. Talk about your thoughts. I think today will be a good day. I need to finish my work project. I'm a little tired.
Just talk to myself about random things?
Yes. The goal is to activate your speaking muscles. Your mouth needs to practice forming English sounds. Your brain needs to practice retrieving English words quickly. Self-talk does both.
How long should I do this?
Start with 5 minutes a day. Stand in front of a mirror if that helps. Just talk about your day, your feelings, your plans, anything.
Okay, what's step 2?
Step 2, shadowing. This means listening to an English speaker and repeating exactly what they say, immediately after they say it.
Like an echo?
Exactly. Find a YouTube video, a podcast, or an audiobook. Play it at normal speed. Listen to a sentence, Then repeat it out loud exactly as you heard it. Same pronunciation, same intonation, same rhythm.
What does this teach me?
It teaches your mouth how to move like a native speaker. It trains your pronunciation, your rhythm, your natural flow. After shadowing regularly, your speaking sounds more natural.
That's brilliant. And what's step 3?
Step 3, recording and reviewing. This is the most powerful one.
What do I record?
Record yourself speaking English. Choose a topic, any topic, maybe my daily routine, or my favorite food, or what I did last weekend. Speak for 2 to 3 minutes. Record it on your phone. Then listen to it.
Why would I listen to myself?
Because when you listen to your recording, you'll notice your mistakes. You'll hear where you paused too long, where you used wrong grammar, where your pronunciation was off. You become your own teacher.
That's actually really smart.
And here's the best part. Record the same topic again a week later. Compare the 2 recordings. You'll be shocked at how much you've improved. This builds confidence because you can literally hear your progress.
I love that. It's like proof that I'm getting better.
Exactly. Now, let me give you a practice schedule that combines all 3 exercises.
Yes, please.
Monday to Friday, 5 minutes of self-talk when you wake up. Just talk about what you'll do that day.
Okay.
Every day, 10 minutes of shadowing practice. Find a short video or podcast segment and shadow it multiple times.
Got it.
Once a week, record yourself speaking for 3 minutes on any topic. Listen to it, note your mistakes, and try again.
That's only about 20 minutes a day. That's very manageable.
Yes, and if you do this consistently for 1 month, I promise you'll notice a huge difference in your speaking ability. Once you've practiced alone for a few weeks and built some confidence, it's time to speak with real people.
But sir, I'm still scared. What if I freeze up?
That's why we start with low-pressure situations. You don't jump into a business meeting on day 1. You start small and build up.
What do you mean by start small?
Start with people who are exactly like you, learners who want to improve their speaking but feel nervous about it. These are people who understand your struggles because they're going through the same thing.
Where do I find these people?
Actually, I've created something special for learners like you. It's a supportive community group where everyone is at a similar level and everyone wants to practice speaking without judgment.
Really? A group just for practice?
Yes, it's a safe space where you can practice with others who are also working on their speaking confidence. Nobody is perfect there, and that's exactly the point. Everyone is learning together, supporting each other, and celebrating each other's progress.
That sounds so much less scary than talking to native speakers.
Exactly, because everyone in the group understands what you're going through. They've felt the same fear, made the same mistakes, and they're all committed to improving together. There's no pressure to be perfect, just genuine support and practice.
How do I join this group?
The link is in the description below this video. Just click it, join the community, and introduce yourself. You'll find practice partners immediately, and you can start having conversations at your own pace.
That's amazing.
And here's a tip. Before each conversation, prepare some topics. Think about what you might talk about. Prepare some sentences in your head. This reduces the pressure to think on the spot.
So I can prepare beforehand?
Yes, you can even write down key phrases or words you might need. It's not cheating, it's smart preparation. And in our community group, you can even share these prepared topics with others so everyone knows what to talk about. It makes conversations flow more naturally.
What if I still freeze during the conversation?
Then use filler phrases. These are words that give you time to think. Like, let me think. How can I say this? Well, these are natural, and they give your brain a few extra seconds to find the right words.
Oh, so I don't need to speak instantly.
No, even native speakers use filler phrases. It's totally normal to pause and think. Don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect. Lily, there's one more important piece to speaking fluently: having the right vocabulary ready to use.
But sir, I know a lot of vocabulary. I can understand so many words when I hear them, but when I speak, I can't remember them.
That's because you have passive vocabulary, not active vocabulary. Let me explain the difference.
Please do.
Passive vocabulary means words you recognize when you see or hear them. Active vocabulary means words you can actually use when speaking or writing. Most learners have huge passive vocabularies, but tiny active vocabularies.
How do I turn my passive vocabulary into active vocabulary?
You need to use the words. Reading and listening builds passive vocabulary, but speaking and writing builds active vocabulary. You need to actively practice using words, not just recognize them.
How do I practice using words?
Here's a powerful exercise. Every day, choose 5 words you know passively, but never use when speaking. Write them down. Then, create 3 sentences with each word. Say the sentences out loud. Repeat them multiple times.
So I'm training my brain to retrieve those words when I speak?
Exactly. Your brain needs repetition to move words from passive storage to active storage. The more you use a word, the easier it becomes to recall it when speaking.
What else can I do?
Learn phrases, not just individual words. Instead of learning happy, learn full phrases like, I'm so happy about that, or that makes me happy. When you learn complete chunks, they come out naturally when speaking.
Oh, because I don't have to construct the sentence, I just recall the whole phrase.
Exactly. This is how native speakers talk. They use memorized chunks and phrases, not individual words they assemble on the spot. Lily, let me tell you something important about confidence and speaking.
Yes, sir?
Confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking.
What do you mean?
Most people think, I'll speak when I feel confident. But it doesn't work that way. You feel confident after you've spoken successfully many times. Action creates confidence, not the other way around.
So I just need to force myself to speak even when I'm scared?
Yes, every time you speak and survive, even if you make mistakes, your brain learns, oh, speaking isn't dangerous. I can do this. Each successful attempt builds confidence for the next one.
So it's like exposure therapy?
Exactly. The more you expose yourself to speaking situations, the less scary they become. Your first conversation will be terrifying. Your 10th conversation will be uncomfortable. Your 100th conversation will feel normal.
How long does it take to feel confident speaking?
It's different for everyone, but most people start feeling comfortable after about 3 months of regular practice. By regular, I mean speaking English at least a few times per week.
3 months? That's actually not that long.
No. 3 months of consistent speaking practice, and you'll transform from someone who freezes up to someone who can hold conversations naturally.
What if I make a fool of myself during those 3 months?
You probably will. Everyone does. But here's the beautiful thing. The people you practice with will forget your mistakes immediately. They're focused on their own lives, not analyzing your English errors.
That's actually comforting.
And even if you do say something embarrassing, so what? You'll laugh about it later and you'll never make that mistake again. Every embarrassing moment is actually a learning moment.
Sir, can you give me a clear timeline? If I follow everything you taught me, how long until I can speak fluently?
Good question. Let me break it down for you.
Please.
Week 1 to 2, you'll practice alone, self-talk, shadowing, recording. You'll feel awkward and uncomfortable. That's normal. You're building the foundation.
Okay.
Week 3 to 4, speaking starts feeling slightly more natural. Words come a bit faster. You're still making lots of mistakes, but you're less afraid of them. You might start your first language exchange conversations.
And then?
Month 2. You notice you can express simple ideas without much thinking. Your brain is starting to think in English more. Conversations are still challenging, but you can maintain them for longer periods.
What about month 3?
Month 3 is where the breakthrough usually happens. Suddenly, speaking doesn't feel like work anymore. Words flow more naturally. You're still making mistakes, but you don't care as much. You can express yourself reasonably well.
And after 3 months?
Month 4 to 6, you're refining your speaking. You're working on pronunciation, expanding vocabulary, speaking with more confidence. You can handle most everyday conversations without major problems.
So, 6 months to fluency?
6 months to conversational fluency, yes. You won't be perfect. Even native speakers aren't perfect. But you'll be able to communicate effectively, express yourself clearly, and understand responses.
That's actually achievable.
It absolutely is. The key is consistency. Daily practice, even just 15 to 20 minutes. Don't skip days. Build the habit and stick with it.
Sir, I'm ready to commit to this, but I need you to tell me what's the one most important thing I should focus on.
The most important thing? Stop being afraid and start speaking. Even if it's bad, even if you make mistakes, even if you sound silly, just speak.
Just speak?
Yes, all the techniques I taught you are helpful, but none of them matter if you don't actually open your mouth and speak. You can't think your way to fluency. You can't read your way to fluency. You have to speak your way to fluency.
So I just need to start?
Exactly. Start today, right now. After this conversation ends, go to your room, stand in front of a mirror, and talk to yourself for 5 minutes in English. About anything. It doesn't matter what.
Just 5 minutes?
Just 5 minutes today. Tomorrow, another 5 minutes. The day after, 5 more minutes. In 1 week, you'll have spoken English for 35 minutes. In 1 month, over 2 hours. In 3 months, over 6 hours.
When you put it that way, it sounds so manageable.
Because it is. The problem isn't that becoming fluent is hard. The problem is that people think they need to be perfect before they start. But perfection comes from practice, not before practice.
I understand now, sir. I've been waiting to feel ready, but I'll never feel ready until I just start.
Exactly. Feeling ready is a myth. You become ready by doing the thing you're scared of. Lily, before you go, let me tell you one more thing.
Yes, sir?
You said you understand English, but can't speak. But the truth is, you can speak. You just haven't given yourself permission to speak imperfectly.
Permission to speak imperfectly?
Yes, you've been holding yourself to impossible standards. You think you need to sound like a native speaker immediately. But native speakers spent 20 years speaking their language to get where they are. You've been speaking English for how long?
Maybe 5 years of studying?
5 years of studying, but how many hours of actually speaking?
Barely any.
So give yourself permission to sound like someone who's spoken English for barely any hours. Because that's what you are, and that's perfectly okay.
I never thought about it that way.
Every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker was once someone who couldn't speak at all. The only difference between them and you is that they kept practicing despite being bad at first. And you can do the same.
You're right, sir. I can do this.
You absolutely can. And I believe in you. In 6 months, you're going to look back at today and think, wow, I was so worried for nothing. Speaking English is actually fun.
I hope so, sir.
I know so. Now go practice. Remember, speak alone first. Build confidence, then speak with others. Use the techniques I taught you. Be patient with yourself and never, ever let fear stop you from trying.
Thank you so much, sir. You've changed my entire perspective. I'm going to start practicing right now.
That's the spirit. Good luck, Lily. You've got this. If you're watching this video, you're probably like Lily. You understand English perfectly when you listen, but speaking feels impossible. You freeze up. You panic. You can't find the words. I want you to know this is completely normal, and it's completely fixable. Today, I showed you exactly why this happens and how to overcome it. Let me summarize the key points. Why you can't speak. Fear of making mistakes. Translating from your native language. Lack of speaking practice. How to fix. Change your mindset about mistakes. Think directly in English. Practice speaking alone. Self-talk, shadowing, or recording. Practice speaking with others. Language exchange partners or conversation practice app. Build active vocabulary, not just passive vocabulary. The timeline. Week 1 to 2, practice alone, build foundation. Week 3 to 4, start simple conversations. Month 2, express simple ideas naturally. Month 3, breakthrough moment. Speaking flows. Month 4 to 6, conversational fluency achieved. Remember, confidence comes from speaking, not before speaking. You need to start even when you're scared. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, today, right now, speak English out loud for 5 minutes. Talk about anything. Get comfortable hearing your own voice speaking English. Second, choose one solo practice exercise, self-talk, shadowing, or recording, and commit to doing it every single day for 1 month. Third, find one language exchange partner or conversation practice app and schedule your first conversation within the next week. Don't wait until you feel ready. And if this video helped you understand why you can't speak and how to fix it, please subscribe to Daily English Practice. We create content specifically to help you become fluent and confident in English. Hit that like button. It motivates us to create more helpful content like this. Share this video with anyone who understands English but struggles to speak. They need to see this. Comment below, "I will start speaking English today." Make that commitment public. Remember, you already understand English. That's half the battle. Now you just need to train your mouth to catch up with your brain. And the only way to do that is to speak. Messy, imperfect, mistake-filled speaking. You will be fluent one day. You just have to be brave enough to sound bad today so you can sound good tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Now go speak.